Hey, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna talk about top 5. Starting at number 5. Noctua NF S12B PWM. Here's some good ol' Noctua Kakian mud for the diehards. The Noctua SF12B above is a great fan and our overall pick. But if you're looking for a top-tier 120mm model that can move a lot of air, the awkwardly named NF S12X25 blows away the competition. Of all the fans we tested, this model pumped the most air through our test rig. Buta Euro, and this is Importante Euro, the NF S12X25 was also the quietest fan we tested when running at lower RPM. Sure, Noctua's trademark brown fans will stick out like a sore thumb in whatever PC you build, but they're also a sign of quality, and the NF S12X25 lives up to the legacy. It's also a nice touch how many accessories come with the NF S12X25. From a 12-inch extension cable and a Y-splitter to many rubber vibration dampers. The price is high, but it's hard to argue the value. Coming at number 4. Thermaltake Toughfan. In a world where the number of RGB LEDs on a fan is often the main selling point, the frill-free styling of the Thermaltake Toughfan 12 Turbo makes for a refreshing change. These aren't your average run-of-the-mill case fans. These aren't standard case fans, they're high static pressure fans Euro, ideal for use with radiators and pushing air through grills and confined spaces. If you're looking to upgrade your CPU cooler or piecing together a bespoke system, these are the kind of fans you need. 78 mm H2O air pressure and airflow of 72 CFM. Impressive given the maximum noise level of 28.1 dBA, which is noticeable without annoying. You can also run them much slower and quiet. You can also pick these fans up in a non-turbo guise, which means you save $5 on each one, and they top out at 2,000 RPM, that's 500 RPM less than we have here. They don't shift as much air as the turbos can, but they're quieter for it, too, so the choice is yours. At number 3. Cooler Master MF120R. Cooler Master's RGB design is a bit less high-tech than the Corsair LL120S, featuring only fan blade lighting instead of the second ring around the outside. It's still an attractive fan, though, bright and with smooth transitions. And while the package lists for $99, you can usually find it on sale much cheaper. Add in the fact that additional fans only cost $20 each, and you're set to save a whole lot of money on your cooling setup. So what's the catch? They're loud. Granted, the MF120RS move a lot of air at top speed, tying the Noctua NF S12X25 for the highest airflow. There's no way you'd want to run them at that speed though, at least not for typical gaming use. Still, you get a full RGB lighting setup and some pretty strong fans for a fraction of the cost of Corsair's kit. As long as you limit the MF120RS to running at 1200 or 1500 RPM max, they might be a good alternative. Number 2 of my list. Corsair LL120 RGB. Do you need RGB fans? No. Do you want RGB fans? Of course. They can look great in an all-glass case or even through a traditional side window, and if you're chasing that full cyberpunk aesthetic, then Corsair's LL120 Pro RGB fans are the best you can buy. The LL120S are packed full of RGB LEDs. Each has a complement of LEDs shining out from the rotor, diffusing light down the blade's length as they spin. The LL120S are also solid fans, lighting or no. At mid-range speeds, we found during testing that they tend to be slightly louder than the competition, but at load, they're quieter than just about any non-Noctua fan we tested Euro, and that's only because most of the Noctua fans top out at 1200 RPM, versus 1500 RPM for the LL120. The biggest problem? They're expensive. Like, incredibly expensive. To use LL120S, you need to commit to purchasing a 3-pack of fans with an included Corsair Lighting Node Pro, a package that lists for $120. Additional fans will run you $35 each. That's a lot of money, even if the results are stellar. And number 1. Noctua NF S12B Redux. If you care at all about case fans, chances are Noctua is a name you already know. It's a trusted favorite among many DIY builders, and for a good reason. Noctua builds fans that last a long time, move a lot of air, and do it quietly. The problem, until recently, buying Noctua fans meant committing yourself to an ugly khaki and mud color scheme straight out of the 70s. Noctua was the definition of function over form, an engineering wonder that would impress any enthusiast who looked at your PC but disgust everyone else. The NF S12B Redux balances great performance with a budget-friendly price tag and looks great in the process. You'll find no RGB lighting Euro, no frills of any kind, really. But the NF S12B's self-stabilizing oil pressure bearings will last for years while moving more air at mid-range speeds than any non-Noctua fan we tested, and somehow keeping quieter than the competition as well. It's a clear winner. Check out this video description for latest price and more informations. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe and stay tuned.